Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are around the world. My name's Andrew Scott from Inside Asian Gaming. We're here at the floor of G2E at Ainsworth Live, or powered by CDC Gaming. Inside Asian Gaming's strategic partner here in the US. It's very excited to have with us the chairman of PAGCOR, Chairman Tengco. Welcome to the Las Vegas.
Good morning to you, Andrew. And indeed, it's a different environment from the time a few months back when we had a chat in Manila.
We did. You were very graciously let me come into your office, and we interviewed you, and that was great fun. And here we are now in Las Vegas at G2E. The show is absolutely pumping, isn't it?
Yes. Again, allow me first to thank you once again for the opportunity that you have given me this morning to answer, hopefully not many questions, but questions that will enlighten everybody as to what direction the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation is setting right now.
Well, we're delighted to have you, and may I say we're very honoured to have you, and it's great to see you being so public. And some regulators are very, very quiet and don't say much about their jurisdiction, and I think you're a bit of a poster boy for the Philippines at the moment. You're getting out there and talking to everybody and really clearly stating the direction that you're taking the Philippines gaming industry, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. As I had mentioned to you in the past, it's the style of leadership that I have, and that is a leadership based on transparency for the.
Well, my first question to you is just a generic one. Why are you here in the US? Obviously, it's G2E. What do you hope to achieve from this trip?
Well, we are here. I am here together with the members of the board of PAGCOR, and so with close to about 10 officers of the company. The G2E being the biggest exhibit for landline-based casino operations is a must-attend conference, and that is why for quite a while PAGCOR has been setting a delegation in this G2E exhibits on an annual basis.
And what do you hope to learn? What do you think the Philippines can learn from the industry here in the US?
Well, there are so many things that definitely one can learn. First and foremost, number one is the opportunity to network. I think one of the important things that one would really benefit from in any exhibition or any conference whereby is you're being able to network with other regulators, those who are engaged in the business of gaming, and well, the bigger part of it, I just want to be candid, is meeting a lot of suppliers, because this is my second year that I've been able to attend since my appointment as PAGCOR chairman and CEO. And from last year, just going around the entire exhibit this morning, you see so many new products, so many innovations that one would see. Just confirming the fact that the gaming industry is very active, and it's an evolving industry wherein as each day passes, new products are invented and launched, and hopefully we will be able to see and make use of these modern products that are being exhibited in this convention.
You've really reimagined PAGCOR. I mean, you've really reinvigorated PAGCOR and taken PAGCOR on a journey. You haven't just picked up where the last person left off. You're really making some serious changes and kind of, as I said, reimagining PAGCOR as an entity. If you were to pick one thing And you're not allowed to say not being a regulator and an operator. It's going to be something different than that because you've already been very clear on that you're taking PAGCOR away from that being a regulator and an operator. But if you were to pick one thing that PAGCOR really needs to improve under your stewardship that you're looking forward to improving, what do you think that thing would be? Where's an area where PAGCOR maybe hasn't done so well in the past, but you're really looking to improve that?
Well, it's not that I wouldn't want to repeat what you were asking me not to mention, but first and foremost in my mind is the
Right.
plan to privatize.
Yeah, that's an obvious answer.
I
Yeah.
have to emphasize.
Sure.
But other than that, there is a very important facet that has been left out all this year. And this is the improvement of our facilities. When I talk of facilities, I'm referring to 41 properties that we actively own, currently own, and all are active.
Right.
So we've got to do a lot of improvements on that because from the time Andrew, that PAGCOR gave licenses to the top 4 integrated resorts in Metro Manila, and that was sometime in 2009, I believe, when I think. Our properties have been left out. So we're not only looking at the physical attributes, but also the environment inside. As a player, as a gambler, it's always going inside the casino is looking forward to a new experience. So that is the reason why, aside from renovating our properties, we are upgrading all our electronic gaming machines.
Well, that leads me into my next question, which is about these machines. You've made it public now that you're purchasing over 3,000 new slot machines. That's a really big order for any supplier company. A few questions about that. So I understand that the plan is to start taking those slot machines from January next year, and those 3,000 machines will come over a period of time. So how long will that period of time be for the delivery of? Is it more like four? I've heard different numbers: 3,000, 3,500, 3,800. How many machines and over what period of time?
I do not have the final number, but we will be within the 3,000 to 3,200 machines,
Okay.
new machines that we are ordering from the suppliers. We just before I left Manila, I did have a conversation with the suppliers of the said equipment, and then committed to start delivering towards the first quarter of 2020. Whether can be delivered one shot, I do not believe so. So I think it will be a period over maybe 3 to 6 months where in full delivery. Of course, the sooner the delivery can be made, the better. But that
Okay.
is the timetable that I'm looking at. Towards the middle of 2024, we should be having, or we should have accepted delivery of roughly between 3 to 3,200.
Oh, really? So all those machines are going to come in maybe 3 to 6 months,
Oh,
something
yes.
like. So quite quickly. That's actually
Yes,
quite
yes,
quick. Yeah.
Because we have been talking to the different suppliers, and this is an extraordinary order.
Right.
Normally, a land-based casino will order a few hundred. Because we have 41 properties, we need to upgrade close to about 3 to 3,000. So,
Yeah.
excuse me. We have a good base. That's why we have a good number.
And can you tell me, obviously that would be quite a negotiation with those supplier companies. I heard you speaking yesterday. You gave a talk yesterday morning here at G2E. You were saying that these are rev share machines and that PAGCOR is going to get the lion's share of the rev share. Of course, I'm going to ask you what number that is, and you're not going to tell me. That's okay. But if you could give us some kind of indication. And how has that negotiation gone? The big companies, I guess, Light and Wonder, IGT, Aristocrat, Ainsworth, whoever it might be. You've been talking to all of them. Give us a sense of those negotiations.
Okay. I started to approach the major suppliers, and I don't know if it will be right to name them.
Sure.
You have Aristocrat, Light and Wonder, Fadani, you have IGT.
Yep.
I made it known to them sometime, if I'm not mistaken, the beginning of the second half of this year, that it is my intention to upgrade and order a good number of the electronic gaming machines. So I think it served as an incentive to them with the volume of 3,000 machines, one shot order. It served as an incentive for them to give us the best offer that they could.
Right.
Going back, because we will be privatizing soon, I made it clear to everyone that it will never be the intention of PAGCOR to purchase directly. I do not want to be misunderstood. People might be asking questions. Candidly, I will say this. Why is he procuring, purchasing, ordering 3,200 machines, going to pay for them, and in 2 years, he will be privatizing. So, instead of a direct purchase, in my discussions with the major suppliers, I asked if there is a possibility that we do into a joint venture relationship.
Right.
Wherein they supply the machines, and then we will be sharing in the revenue. Now, you will ask me, definitely, the lion's share, from all indications, will be going to PAGCOR, and believe me, it will be not lower than 70%.
Oh, wow. Really?
I will not even tell you if it is going to be higher, but it is within minimum of 70%.
So we now know it's somewhere between 70 and 99. We know that. Okay. Look, two more questions and then we're done. I'm going to hold your feet to the fire a little bit on something. We're at the IAG Academy Summit last month, actually. It was only just last month in Manila where you spoke. One of the things that you said was that by the beginning of October, which is now, you were going to publish the which POGO licensees you had approved. And to be honest, I'm not 100% sure whether you put them up on the website yet or not. But you were going to say originally there were about 60 licensees. Then it went down to maybe around 30. And then because of the issues with the POGO industry, you put them all on probation. And then you said you were doing a probity check of them all. And then you were going to say which ones were okay and even publish the URLs of their iGaming websites. How's that gone?
Oh, well, coming along well. I did make an announcement sometime in late June that I have made a decision, and it was backed up by the members of the board, that all licensees, the Philippine Overseas Gaming licensees will be put under probation, and that all of them will be reviewed, probity checks, capability, and their past relationship with us. That is very important. So, I am pleased to inform the general public that when I get back to Manila, we would have been able to finalize the master lease of the new licenses. By the way, I think this will be the first time I will mention this in public. You're lucky to be the first one to hear it. I thought POGO was already a term that connoted or meant something else. So one of the things that our team did is try to change the term POGO. So we're using now IGL, which would mean now Internet Gaming License. So it will be called now
IGL,
IGL,
Internet
Internet
Gaming
Gaming
Licensing. Wow, that's you heard it first here on IAG. Yeah.
So now we will be finalizing. We have the first batch of companies that were recommended to the board, and prior to our departure, uh, there was indeed an approval, and as soon as we get back to the 19th of October, will be the final batch of or final list of the IGL applicants, and hopefully by then we will be able to already approve. The board will approve the second batch,
Yes.
and putting together, we're expecting about close to maybe anywhere between 55 to 65 licenses.
55 to 65 licenses. So that's almost back to where it was.
Pre-pandemic.
Yeah. Okay, that's really
The
interesting.
difference now is we do not issue licenses for service providers.
Oh, okay. So this includes the service providers. That
The
55 to 65.
55 to 65 includes the service providers. And now you will have to apply and show to PAGCOR why you need a service provider.
Okay. Okay.
So you will have to justify. If you cannot justify it, and we feel you do not need one, then we will not issue a service provider license.
So does that mean the concept of the service provider license is now gone?
Definitely, it's not. Although what will now be the role of the service provider is number one, it can now serve as your IT group.
Yep.
Number two, it can serve as your customer service group.
Right.
And finally, it can serve as your admin backup group for whatever needs you will have.
Well, there you go. You heard two things for the first time publicly announced. POGOs are out. They're now IGLs, Internet Gaming licensees, and that we're expecting something between 55 to 65 licensed IGL providers to be.
I will just add to that, Andrew, that my goal is that by the end of this month, I will already publish the names of the new licenses.
That's fantastic. So we'll have
So
them by
please-
the end of
Please
October.
expect that late October, early November, you'll be one of the first who'll get a crack on that list.
Well, that's fantastic. Thank you very much. Now, I've just got one last question for you, and it's a question to you, not so much about the gaming industry, but to you as a prominent Filipino. Right? And I think in my travels around the world, I think a lot of people have got the wrong impression of the Philippines. I think the Philippines is a wonderful country, and there's a lot of opportunity there. There's a lot of business opportunity there. It's a great place to visit. Got some beautiful entertainment facilities there now. But there is a little bit of perception sometimes in the Philippines that there might be a dangerous location, which I've never really experienced myself, or that getting around Manila is difficult. But there's been a lot of development in the Philippines in the last, I guess, 5 to 10 years. As a proud Filipino, what would you say the biggest changes in your country have been over the last 5 to 10 years? Just generally in the country.
Well, generally speaking, I'd like to contradict personally all the impressions, the negative impressions that you mentioned,
Mhm.
that the Philippines is not a safe place to visit, that the Philippines is not friendly to not only to tourists but to possible investors in whatever field, whether it be gaming or otherwise. The Philippines' biggest asset is its natural beauty. Um, we have as mentioned by travel magazines, the Philippines would have one of the best beaches in the world.
Mm.
So many tourist spots that are now being considered as landmark tourist spots. Uh, and to that is the very warm uh, uh, attitude of a Filipino, because Filipinos are known to be warm and hospitable. So, uh, with our new president, President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr., who everybody is saying is trying his best to bring back the glory days that are. I mean, talk of pre-pandemic. The, he has a very good vision for the Philippines, and I believe that if we're given the proper break, uh, barring any geopolitical problems, and hopefully uh, all these disruptions worldwide will stop. I believe the Philippines will be back to the same what would you call it? The same state as what it was before, the rising sun of Asia.
Well, there you have it, the rising sun of Asia.
Right.
Chairman Alejandro Tengco, thank you so much for giving us your time. Thank you for being here and speaking to us. We're
Andrew,
absolutely delighted.
It is always a pleasure to have a chat with you, whether privately or in public. Pl- Please feel free to get in touch with me or my staff uh, if you need any clarification, or if you want to verify a certain news. Do not hesitate to give me a call.
Well, there you have it, a regulator who really likes to speak publicly and who promotes his country. I think that's fantastic. I'm Andrew Scott from Inside Asian Gaming. A big thank you to Ainsworth for providing the studio and providing the facilities here, and of course to CDC Gaming. And that's it for now. And enjoy your flight back back to the Philippines.
I hope to see you soon in Manila.
Absolutely. Okay, that's it.
Thank
Bye
you.
for now.
Thank
We'll see you next time.
Thank you.